have a big project this spring. I want to rearrange this whole rock bed over here. I made this about 4 or 5 years ago. This was one of my first projects, and a lot of the plants have overgrown. I have lots of ground covers here, and the main reason is also that behind this fence is our neighbor's property, and I would like to create a little bit of a privacy hedge, and I don't want to plant something too thick. I want something decorative with flowers and berries and some nice foliage. So I was thinking Ninebark Diabolo, and I was able to find 2 mature plants from a friend of mine, and I would like to plant them right here. So the first plant will be right about this area right here, which happens to be in the middle of everything. So all of this needs to be removed first. I will carefully replant the perennials, and the next shrub I want to plant right here. They need good 2 meters of wide of space, so I want to give them plenty of growing space. So right here, one is here and one is here. I have lots of ground covers here. This is a sedum, low growing variety. Over here is another one, and this is a creeping thyme, another beautiful ground cover blooming in the springtime. It has new growth, and all of this I will have to move. This is saxifraga. I have azalea shrub right there, so all of this will have to go, but that's okay. I enjoy projects like these in the springtime. So let me show you where the 2 shrubs are. They were dropped off here. They're mature size. It's going to be quite a project too. I hope they will be able to withstand this kind of uprooting. The root ball is pretty big, but you can see that it has the beautiful bark that I really like on these. The plant is still dormant. It has very little growth, and new buds starting to appear, so I need to do it sooner than later, but we had some freezing temperatures until now. I couldn't really work the ground. So this is one, and this is another one right here. You can see the beautiful peeling bark. And I still need to find a place for this forsythia. That's gonna go somewhere where I can enjoy it every day in the springtime, because it's one of the first blooming spring shrubs that I absolutely enjoy. This is lamb's ear, and it's going to grow nicely in its new spot. Now when I'm doing this is grass. I don't want that, so I'm gonna clean it up a little bit before I plant it in its new home. But for now, I just need to remove it. So this grass, this all needs to go like this. Just remove it with the roots, and it's good to go. This is a ground cover. It's in the sedum family. It grows between the rocks. Doesn't need much to grow. I will try to remove it with the roots. This is what the root ball looks like. As you can see, I had hardly any dirt right here. It's all just growing between the rocks. This is azalea. It has all new buds right here. It's about to bloom nicely, but I will try to remove it very carefully with the root ball. First, I'll remove some of the ground cover around it so I can get to the root ball. There we go. Look at that. Oh, we got a resident coming with, And this is what it looks like. I'll clean it up from these ground covers later, but for now this is good. Now let's see if I can remove this sedum right here. It's not that easy as I thought, because it has grown in with the creeping thyme, which has a significant root ball. So this is what they mean by ground cover. They literally covered these rocks over here. It was just growing on top. This is Armeria maritima or sea thrift right here. It looks dead because of the dry leaves, but this is all new growth right here, these green leaves. So I'll try to remove it carefully and replant it. There we go. Some other ground cover. Look at the root ball, and these are the leaves, and this is all the new growth. So they bloom in springtime. It looks dead, but the new growth is starting to appear all over. This cable is really buried in there. This is for the robot that cuts our lawn. And because we're redoing the whole flower bed over here, I need to move the cable first, so then we can rewire the whole area of the perimeter where the robot will cut. And these little anchors that holds the cable in place. I moved most of the plant material, and now I'm trying to move the rocks out of the way, because this is exactly where I need to dig the big hole for the root ball of the Ninebark. So, and this was all overgrown anyway. The rocks were completely covered. You couldn't even tell they were here. So this is all good. It's a big project, but if the garden doesn't work for you, you can change things around. That's what gardening is about anyway, isn't it? It's constantly changing your garden. This is what happens when you have young crew to help you. You know, muscle, young handsome guys come and help. So the shrubs are in. I was able to successfully plant them. Don't forget, with such a mature shrub, to fill in all the air pockets, to go in there with your hand under the roots and make sure that the dirt nicely fill all those air pockets. And then of course water around. And now all I need to do is just take care of this landscaping around it, and project is done.